Less than seconds. Hello, my name is Ashley Kirkwood with the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast. I run a company called Speak Your Way to Cash where we help experts ensure their expertise matches their bank accounts by teaching them how to sell their services, how to get more revenue in their business, and how to land large contracts. So if you are an entrepreneur and you're listening to this, you are in the right place. If you are someone who wants to increase your bottom line before 2023, yes, before 2023, you are in the right place. And if you are someone who is a speaker who is trying to figure out how do I increase my speaking revenue right now, you are in the right place. So let's see who we have in the building. And shout out to those of you listening to this on the podcast. I'm so excited that y'all are listening to our show. Thanks for giving us a little bit of grace as we get a new episode out. But let's see who we have in the building listening live. If you are an entrepreneur, you own your own business, drop a 1 in the chat. If you are an entrepreneur, but you also work full-time, drop a 2 in the chat. And if you work full-time but do not have a business, drop a 3 in the chat. So if you're an entrepreneur full-time, drop a 1 in the chat. If you are an entrepreneur who also works full-time, drop a 2 in the chat. And if you do not have a business at all, you're literally just here for the vibes and the fun, drop a 3 in the chat, okay? And shout out to all of you who fall into any of those categories who are listening to the podcast as well. So it looks like it's a lot of full-time entrepreneurs on Facebook. We got some part-time or full-time entrepreneurs and full-time corporate heroes, which is what I call them, on Zoom. My husband's in the building. Hey, babe, full-time entrepreneur. And so I'm really excited about what we're going to talk about today. So what I would love for you to do, and Chris, can you drop this in the chat on Instagram? DM me the word challenge to join our Pitch Your Way to Cash challenge, and then I'll pin your comment. So if you're on Instagram, you can DM me the word challenge to join our Pitch Your Way to Cash challenge. And I will send you the links and everything to join and apply to get your no-cost ticket. If you're listening to this, I'm going to give you this freebie before I even get into the comments or the content. You can go to pitchyourwaytocash.com and join our next Pitch Your Way to Cash challenge. And look, y'all, get a platinum ticket. Don't be that person. Get a platinum ticket, all right? So let's get into the content, and then I'm going to share some things that you all can do really strategically. I have 3 things that you all can do to grow your sales before 2023. And I'm really excited about talking about all three of these things with you today. So if you're ready for that, drop a ready in the comments and we will dive right in. If you're ready for that, drop a ready in the comments. Hello, Dr. Yvette. Thank you for getting your challenge ticket. And here's what we'll do. If you buy your challenge ticket while we're on live, we're going to do something special for y'all. We're going to send you guys a bonus training on how to land college clients. So if you buy it while we're on live, we're going to do something special for you. Okay? Just so y'all know. All right? Okay, awesome. And for those of you who already got your platinum ticket, y'all already got some bonus content. So y'all are in there. All right, ready. All right, I'm seeing that. And you all can just DM me the word challenge as well if you want to join the challenge and you're on Instagram. So Chris, if you can make that comment, DM me the word challenge to join so that I can pin that on Instagram. All right, so 3 things you can do to grow your sales for 2023. First thing, I want to know what you all are selling. Drop what you're selling in the chat. And we don't got all day, y'all. I really can't go all the way there because I have a mastermind Q&A call in about 40 minutes. So we got to get in quick and get out. Let me know what you all sell. In the comments. Do you sell products? Do you sell services? Do you sell both? And what services and products do you sell? So number 1, 2023 is approximately, how many weeks away are we from 2023? Let's get into it. I'm going to look into it. We are approximately 2 weeks away from the end of this year. So right now it's the 12th. Really 3 weeks. We have 3 weeks until the end of this year. Okay. So the number one thing you're going to need to do in order to increase your revenue before January 1 of 2023 is you're going to have to shift your mindset, because there are some of you who have already determined that this year is over. There are some of you who've already determined that you already made what you're going to make for the year, and there is nothing else that you can do to increase your revenue. If you are in that camp and you do not switch your mindset, none of this other stuff that I'm going to tell you is going to work. So the number one thing you need to do is you have to shift your mindset, and you have to adopt a belief system that there is still time for you in 2022 to grow your revenue. 3 weeks. And you can do it. Absolutely, you can do it. 3 weeks and you can do it. So you want to start shifting your mindset. And here's some of I believe in the currency of confidence. If it's your first time hearing me talk about this, drop a 5 in the chat. If you've never heard me talk about the currency of confidence, drop a 5 in the chat. I'm going to break it down for y'all real quick, so we don't got a whole lot of time, like I said earlier. But essentially, the way that you're going to get the life that you want is by checking your thoughts. The thoughts that you have about your business, the thoughts that you have about your growth, the thoughts that you have about your life. Those thoughts cement and become beliefs. And I believe that beliefs live in your heart. Beliefs are the things that determine what actions you take. And after you figure out what your beliefs are, those beliefs inform your actions. So if there's any area of your life that you are not performing at your highest level, the first place you're going to check is, what do you think about that thing? The second place you're going to check is, what do you believe about that thing? And the third place you're going to check is your actions. I don't believe that people believe what they say. You can say anything. I believe that people believe what they do. And so whenever I want to set a new goal, achieve a new milestone, achieve a new marker, I have to look at my belief systems. And where do I find out what I believe? I look at my thoughts. So let me break it down. If you right now have not sent out a single email to your list, it's because you have a thought like, oh, don't nobody want to hear from me. It's around Christmas time. It's too late. Like, they're busy. People are planning on vacation. They're planning with their families. They don't have any more money. No one wants to hear about what I have to say. That's a thought. All those thoughts become beliefs. And the belief system is, my clients do not want to buy from me. And that belief system stops any action you could take that would help you to reach your goal. And so whenever you're setting a new goal, even as we look at what we can do to increase revenue by 2023, we have to look at our thoughts, then we look at our beliefs, then we look at our actions. And if you want to change your actions, you don't just change your actions. You first change your thoughts around the action, and then you start operating under a new belief system, and then that will change your action. The only reason you're on this live video right now is because you believed I would show up. And you're sticking around because you believe I may have a nugget or two that you can use in your business. But if I didn't believe anyone would show up, I wouldn't be here. So do you now see how your belief system informs every single action that you take? That in mind, the first thing you got to do if you want to increase your revenue before next year, I don't like New Year's resolutions are cool, but like, I got stuff I need to do today. So I need today resolutions. Okay. Like, what are you going to do right now to grow and transform your life? It has to start with your mindset. So the first mindset I want you to adopt, and let me know if you're in, say I'm in. The first mindset I want you to adopt, the belief system I want you to adopt, is there is still time in this year for me to generate revenue. If you believe that, say I'm in. Say, I'm in. If you believe that, say, I'm in. And here's the other thing I want you to understand about mindset before we get into how you're going to sell your services. Here's the truth. Y'all want to know some truth? The truth is, it is literally selfish for me to not sell services that I know will change other people's lives. Why would I do that? Literally, if you look at the Bible, and you know how like in the Bible, they're like, oh, you know, the gospel is good news. And if you have good news, what do? You evangelize, you share it. Why do you share it? Because you believe that your faith will help other people live a better life. That's why people are always talking about Jesus and Christ and their religion and all these things. Okay, great. We understand that. That concept applies to everything else. If you believe that your business has services that will make other people's lives better, why are you so worried about them rejecting you? Because I can almost guarantee if I had a Lamborghini and I was like, oh, I want to give this Lamborghini away. I have the keys right here and I needed to give it away. I would not feel any kind of way about offering it to any one of you. I'm not worried about you rejecting a Lamborghini. Why? Because it's such a nice car. Why don't we have that same service or that same mindset about our business? If you reject something that I'm giving you and it's good, I feel bad for you. I don't feel bad for offering it. So I never worry about selling my services and selling my products. And oh my God, what will I do if they reject? I don't care if they reject. I mean, I care in as much as I want them to be benefited, but I'm not like, oh my God, they're going to be so mad at me for trying to help them. But my belief system about my business, this is the critical piece. My belief system is if you work with Speak Your Way to Cash, you will grow. I didn't even say your business will grow. You will grow. If you work with our coaches, you will get better. If you join our mastermind, you will be around other experts, other entrepreneurs, other people who are incredible, and it will take you all the way up. We got 65 experts in our mastermind who are all brilliant. Why would I feel bad about inviting you to join that kind of community? Never. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that there's a cost to it doesn't matter. So your mindset has to be, I got something good and there's still time for me to make revenue with it. And because it's good, I have to sell it. I have to sell it. Like sales is just the transaction that takes place when, like before they get the benefit. It's not a big deal. It's good, right? It's good. So if you're in to sell some services before 2023, drop I'm in the chat. Shout out to all y'all that dropped I'm in the chat, okay? So that's first is the mindset. Now here's the second piece. I hope y'all got pens and paper because I'm going to go through this fast. I got to get to my mastermind clients, all right? All right, number two. This is a two-parter. You have to reflect on what went well this year. Not so that you can make it better next year, but so that you can make it better now. One of the questions that I get asked all the time, I actually saw someone in our mastermind talk about this. Is it okay to sell around Christmas because it's the holidays, because there's all this other stuff going on? It's like, yeah. One, business owners are looking at their profitability right now. Just had a 2-hour, if not longer, meeting with my accountant to figure out how profitable will we be this year? Do we need to spend more money? Do we need to pull back? What do we need to do? So they're having those meetings, and there are some people who are going to be so profitable that it makes sense for them to prepay for services for next year and or spend more money this year so that it's a tax write-off. What most of you all sell is professional development, and if that is professional development, then that's a tax write-off. So you need to plan. Reflect on what went well this year. And here's the two elements of this. Reflect on what went well. Point one, you're going to be thinking about what sold the most, what sold the least, what can you cut? What sold the most, what sold the least, what can you cut? Every year we sell less services. We cut some services we shouldn't be selling. One year we cut a whole business. Like we literally were like, all right, this business, the profit margins over here are way better. We really like this. This is amazing. I'm really excited about it. Like, okay, we need to shift all of our capital, human capital, actual capital, like money, to this business and focus over here. I believe the more focus you can get, the more profitable you can get quicker. Both of our companies were doing well, but when we put all of our effort and energy into one company, it grew by over 300% due to focus. And I do think that although people are multi-passionate, I do think that because, I think that's all good and well, but the truth of the matter is, in my business, what we've seen is the more we focus, the more money we make. And so you do want to evaluate that. But here's why you want to evaluate it now. You want to evaluate it now because if you look at what's selling the best, you can then figure out what you should be selling over the next 3 weeks. There's going to be a product or service that's selling really, really well. Or there may be a product or service that you have that's a higher ticket item that's already sold. It maybe didn't sell as much as your lower ticket items, but the profit margins were way better. And so maybe that's where you focus. But here's another reason why you look at this. You want to know who is every single human being that has spent money with you in 2022 so that you can analyze whether those are the people that you run a holiday sale for. Not just for new clients, but for the people who've already supported you all year, already done business with you all year, already worked with you all year. What are you going to do for those people to sell them something now that you may not deliver on it until 2023. Maybe it's a January event or something like that. But what can you sell to those people now? Okay. So that's why you want to plan and reflect on what was going on for the year. If that makes sense, drop a 6 in the chat. If you're like, oh, that makes sense, girl, I need to do that. And really, you want your client list, because we found that 80% of our revenue came from 20% of our customers. And that's something you want to know. You want to know. You want to know who those people are. You want to put them in groups. You want to see who's been supporting you for a long time. What can you do for them? What do they need? Make sure they feel appreciated. Let me know if this is making sense. Okay, I'm seeing some make sense in the comments. All right. Lastly, what can you do? What can you do? The third thing you can do, and this is a big one, is you can pitch your services to people. You do not have to wait to get chose. Oh my gosh. Can we give that up in 2023? Like, here's the thing. How many of you feel, if this is you, drop a me in the chat. How many of you feel like, hey, I already have over 10 years of expertise. I already have my bachelor's, master's, JD, or PhD. I already have all this great knowledge. I literally sit around and look at people who have less experience than me get opportunities that I should be getting. How many of you have been in the audience at an event and like, oh my God, why aren't I on stage? Like, how many can relate to this? How many can relate to this? You're an expert. You have a business. You've had some success. You have receipts. You know you can help people. But for some reason, you're not being selected for opportunities the way you know you should be. And you get frustrated by it. And it's annoying and it's disheartening. And there's something in you that is tired. Alice is like, you don't gotta yell. And like literally, and there's a part of you that's literally tired of being the unsung hero. How many of you have clients that have worked with you and they're like, oh my God, I wish I would have found you sooner. I can't believe I'm just now finding you. Oh, I would have loved to work with you sooner if I just would have known about you. Like, look, how many of us have felt that it seems like people with the least amount of experience are getting the most amount of shine, and you're just ready for somebody to start looking at and picking true experts. Anyone else? Is that just me who's ever felt like that? I'd be like, oh, what? Why do you not see the goodness? I don't get it. Like, anyone else? Okay. This is why. I used to have that feeling a lot. And so what I realized was I would be sitting in these audiences like, why didn't they choose me? I would be sitting watching these flyers scroll by like, okay, why did no one call me? I could have talked on that. And then I realized no one called you because they don't know you. And you ain't tell them who you were. And because they did not, like, it would be great to have the cachet of like when, like Oprah, I don't even know, like Oprah Winfrey, right? Is her last name. But how many of you know exactly who I'm talking about when I say Oprah? Well, my name is Ashley. And when people say, oh, Ashley this, like most people who talk about me will say like Ashley Kirkwood. I don't have the Beyonce Oprah effect just yet. Right? So because of that, I have to promote my business. I have to let people know who I am. I have to run ads. I have to spend money on marketing. I have to get great at telling my story. I have to share with you all who I am and what I do and why it's worth it and why it's valuable. And sometimes we can think just because we are been doing something for a long time, or you've been in the industry for 10 years, we can get lazy. I ain't looking at nobody. Do not send me no crazy DMs. I'm not looking at nobody. But some of us will be like, oh, I've been doing this 10 years. I've been doing this 15 years. I've been doing this 20 years. They should know. They can Google me. And it's like, no, sis, no, bro. They do not know, and they will not Google you, because let me see how many. I don't want to say the wrong thing. So the average person sees between 4 to 10,000 ads per day on average. 4 to 10,000 ads per day on average. Literally. Look at this. According to a Forbes article, 4 to 10,000 ads per day on average is how many ads people are seeing every day. And so if your audience, these are our customers, y'all, are seeing 4,000 on the low end, 10,000 on the high end ads per day, but we expect them to remember the URL to our offer, what we do, how we do it, without showing up consistently, without emailing consistently, without telling them who we are, without adding value, without telling great stories, without being excellent at communicating. Why do we think that our customers who are inundated with competing marketing messages are going to remember who we are without us showing up? We need to start doing our clients the honor of selling to them full out every time. Only if we care, though. Only if we care about them not being swindled out of money by a fake expert should we do that. If you don't care, if you're like, well, I'll let my clients go out into the abyss with any and everybody else, whether they're real or not, whether they're good or not, whether they're true or not, whether they have integrity or not, then don't sell to them. Don't market to them. But if you're like me and you're like, no, I don't want my people, because here's what happens. People work with these other people, then they come over here to us and they be like having coach hurt. Everyone's heard of church hurt. I want to talk for a minute about coach hurt. Okay. Coach hurt is when you come to your new coach, your new consultant, your new expert who ain't done nothing to you. And the only thing you can talk about in the session is what your last coach did. That's coach hurt. And what it does is it breeds fear. And what happens when you have fear is you can't make bold decisions. You can't invest the way you need to invest. Now, my mindset around both coach hurt and making investments in my business is this. I have had some coaches who I felt underperformed, in my opinion. Most of my coaches, though, have really over-delivered. I've been really blessed in that regard. But even when the coach maybe didn't do exactly what I thought they would do, I never lost. Because I still left with a relationship that was going to add value. I still was able to ask them questions that I got value out of. And the way I look at ROI is different. Whether I get my ROI within 30 days of working with you or I get it in 10 years, I'm still winning. And so once I adopted the mindset that like my belief system is I am the type of person who always gets a return on her investment, then now I don't have to feel that strain of like, well, before I invest, I have to like, literally, our challenge platinum ticket is $297. It is not a lot of money. And before y'all come at me and be like, Ashley, a lot is different to different people, $297 simply cannot be a lot of money to a business owner. If it is, you are in trouble, my friend. Because that ain't going to get you the 6 and 7 figures that you're praying for. I can tell you that right now. So people be like, I just need to know more information before investing in the challenge. And I'm just like, it's $297. You can Google me and see that I'm legit. It is what it is. Like, it's just not a lot of money. And I can't allow myself to let any one instance or occurrence hinder me from making bold, powerful decisions. It's too expensive to take all day making decisions, especially $300 decisions. No, we ain't doing that. So if you want a platinum ticket to the challenge, you can definitely go and get it at pitchyourwaytocash.com. And we only sell so many platinum tickets. I know we still have some left because I checked the numbers right before we got on here, but you should do that. Now, why is pitching so critical? Pitching puts you in the driver's seat for your revenue. There's a lot of different ways to sell. You can definitely get referrals, and referrals are great and they close at a higher rate. But there's something about having a sales strategy that includes cold outreach, warm inbound leads, and referrals that is so incredibly powerful. It makes it so that even when you're in a downturn, like maybe your sales aren't way up for the month, you have a vehicle by which you can go out and get business whenever you want. And the better you get at the skill set of pitching, the more confident you can be in your ability to drum up revenue. I was talking to my accountant. She was like, hey, I need you to bring another 60 grand in revenue this month. And I'm like, okay. get with the team, figure out the plan, see what we're going to do, develop our pitch strategy. Like we knew what to do in order to drum up the additional revenue that we need. And so you want to be able to, and to be clear, we already have done a significant amount of revenue this month. So at least significant to the size of our business now. That will change. But what I will say about that is you won't have to get so bent out of shape if you know how to sell and not just sell. Because there are people like, I'm great at sales. Do I still need this? I don't know. One, my thing is this. I could be great at something, but if there is a vehicle that if there's something I can invest in to get even better at it, I'm still investing in it. Like I feel like I'm really good at selling from the stage. I've made millions from the stage, but I'm still investing in something that'll help me to do even better. I'm still going to invest in something that can help me make even more. And so I do recommend that even if you're great at selling, there may be a strategy that we employ that we'll talk about during the Pitch Your Way to Cash challenge that your team just hasn't thought of yet. And so you can get even more value out of it. Whether you don't feel like you're great at pitching, you do think you're great at pitching. If you want to get more sales in your business and land larger contracts and learn a system for doing it step by step, then join the Pitch Your Way to Cash challenge and get a platinum ticket. If you have a platinum ticket, you'll actually be able to ask me a question during the challenge. But if you don't have a platinum ticket, you will not be able to ask me questions during the challenge. You will be able to attend them. So I'll talk a little bit about the different types of ticket prices in a minute. But number one, mindset. You want to make more money before 2023. You have to have the mindset of there is still time in this year for me to generate revenue and my clients need what I have to offer. Two, you want to plan and reflect on a couple of things. What services you sold this year that produce like a lot of your revenue, and who are all the people who spent money with you this year. And then as a bonus, you should be thinking about, is there anything I can offer the people who you've already sold services to that will help them? One thing that we do, we will look at like what people have purchased and figure out what is the logical next best step for them. Are they ready to take it and make them an offer on that next best step? Because we have like most people in our world, they'll start off with like doing the challenge, and maybe from there they'll come to a live event, and at the live event they'll decide whether or not our mastermind is a good fit for them, and we decide whether our mastermind is a good fit for them as well. So it's like they have to be accepted, we have to be comfortable with it, and they have to be ready to take that step. So that's how it works for us. For your services, it may be a similar situation where they may start off reading your book, and then after they read your book, they know a little bit more about you, so they can make a decision about a consult. And after the consult, they can make a decision about something else. But just think through, is there a way to look at what you've already done that will help with that? And lastly, you need to pitch. Who can you go out to and ask them to do business with you affirmatively? And if you're just getting started with pitching, 10 a day. You want to have 10 conversations a day with people about your services and about what you do. Eventually, though, you can automate that by way of ads, social selling or outreach, and have a VA to do the outreach for you. But in the beginning, if it's just you, 10 conversations a day. And we'll talk about in the challenge, on day one of the challenge, we will talk about getting your mindset right to make sure that you're not allowing rejection to hold you back. And then on day two, we're going to talk about defining your expertise so that you know exactly what you should be selling in the market. Like, what is going to be your wealthy offer to your wealthy audience, and how do you find your wealthy audience? Like, some of y'all have an audience, but you need a wealthy audience. Like, how do you find that wealthy audience? And then on day three, we talk about pitching via LinkedIn. On day four, we talk about pitching via email. On day five, we talk about implementing to make sure that you don't stop pitching after the challenge. Our guarantee to you is if you do the homework, you will send out pitches during that week, which means if you need accountability, and if you are the type of person who's like, Ashley, I know I should do it. It's been on my mind, but it's been on my mind all year and I ain't really done it. You need to be in this container, because we have literally had people land contracts during the challenge. Do we guarantee that will happen for you? No. I don't know what you're going, like, I don't know what you're going to do. I guarantee the information that we give, like, we will give you this information that we just told you that we'll give. And if you do the homework, we guarantee you'll actually send a pitch, because we're going to give you the homework to send a pitch. So if you follow the homework and do what we asked you to do during the homework and follow the curriculum that we have, then you'll send a pitch during the challenge. So I highly recommend you do that and join the Pitch Your Way to Cash challenge. It's going to be really, really good. And this is, I don't know if this is our 7th or 8th, but we're not new to this challenge thing. So this is the landing page for the challenge. You'll select your ticket type here. It is pitchyourwaytocash.com. If you're on Instagram, you can just DM me the word challenge, DM me the word challenge, and I'll send you all the information, just the word challenge, CHALLENGE. If you get a free ticket, let me explain this, y'all. Y'all with me? Because people get this wrong. If you have a free ticket to the challenge, okay, if you have a free ticket to the challenge, you can attend the challenge live in the Facebook group. Note, you will not have access to the replays. And after we stream it live, it comes down the same day. So the replay isn't even up during the challenge. If you get a VIP ticket to the challenge, you will get access to pitch templates that we've created. You will also be able to watch the recordings while the challenge is live. That means for the 5 days the challenge is live, after we take it out the Facebook group, we upload it to a VIP portal, so you'll be able to watch the challenge live. Then we have a platinum ticket. If you have a platinum ticket, you get everything that they get in VIP, everything they get in general. You get some instant access to a library of trainings. You get access to a pre-challenge Q&A. You get access to all of that. And you get access to all of the recordings, and you get access to all of the pitches, and you get access to a library of trainings. It's a really, 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 really good deal to get a platinum ticket. So I would recommend anyone that can get the Platinum All Access Pass and make sure you show up live so that you can take part in the Q&A experience that you get with a platinum ticket. Okay. All right, y'all. So I hope you got some value out of this. Drop one thing that you got from this in the chat, leave it in the comments. And what are you going to do as a result of this? The website is pitchyourwaytocash.com. And we also put it in the description of this video on Facebook as well, but it's pitchyourwaytocash.com. That is where you're going to go to get your ticket, or just DM me the word challenge on Instagram. My Instagram is @theashleynicole.show. Also, welcome to all of our new Instagram followers. If this is your first time joining our lives, thank you for joining us. I am going to be committed to going live more, so you'll see more of me on live stream doing more stuff that I need to do and to share with you guys. Really excited about it. And for those in podcast world, thank you for listening to the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast. Leave us a review. But if you are an expert, if you are an expert, an entrepreneur, an author, or a speaker, and you're looking to sell more services, you're looking to land large contracts, you're looking to really systematize your sales process and grow your business, then you need to join us in the Pitch Your Way to Cash challenge. I am so thrilled. We're going to keep it a lot of fun. We're going to be high energy. I normally stand up and got my whiteboard and everything. So challenge week is going to be epic. I can't wait for you all to implement these strategies to grow your business. But look, if you don't remember anything else, remember this. There are people right now sitting at home scrolling Facebook looking for you, wondering where you are, wondering how you can help them. There are people that are going to go to sleep tonight dreaming about a problem that you can solve. Okay? And so I want to make sure that you all are solving the problems for the people. And I want you to be bold about showing up, selling your services, helping people, because you actually believe that you have something for them that will help them. Like, don't ever feel bad about it. If they don't take advantage of it, that's on them. But don't ever feel bad about showing up and telling people who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. And so let me see if we got anyone. I'm gonna check right after this to see who had purchased their ticket during during the live stream, so that we can give them a little bit of something. And so what we'll do is we'll keep our raffle for a bonus gift for those who take action we'll keep it up till 6 p.m. Eastern. So we'll check then and we'll send you all a bonus training in email. So don't worry about it. If you already got your ticket, we'll make sure you get it as well. But we will give those a bonus ticket via email if you get your platinum ticket by 6 p.m. Eastern time. All right. So I will see you all soon. Excited about it. Share this with at least 3 people or tag them in the video for me so we can get this word out. We want to help as many people as possible. This is our holiday challenge. We did it last year this time. And honestly, you guys, it is something that I love to do. I'm excited about doing it. And it's going to be a great time. So I will see you all in the Pitch Your Way to Cash challenge or live. All right, Tisha. Hey, welcome to the challenge, girl. All right. So I'll see you all soon. Please, please, please share this. If you have a friend who needs this, text her, text him and say, hey, we're doing this challenge together. Let's get as many people as possible in this challenge and make it even bigger than last year. All right. See y'all later.